beauties, how are you? I'm not staying in anymore. It's 6:30 on a Saturday night. I'm going down for a pint. I'm just going to grab my shoes. We'll go and have a wander down to the village. And we'll have a pint. What do you reckon? Well, don't hang about. Let's get down there. What a beautiful evening. Gonna have a walk down the pub in the village. What do you reckon? Might as well. There's that Rapido. It's a Mercedes. That one. I like the headlights on the front of that. I always want one like that. But they're not. It's a lovely evening. Look at that. The old sun setting across the mountains there. Can't get much better than that. Very quiet in here today, isn't it? Very quiet. Right, let's get down to Boozer. Come on. And boom, we're at the pub. 2 minutes away from the car park, if that. 2 minutes. Looking for the entrance. If there's people in there, you know what I'm like for filming. It won't be done, but we'll see how far we can get. Beautiful. Well, I can't show you in the pub because the bar is that small. There's about 10 chairs in there. 9 of them are full of blokes having a beer. It's a lovely atmosphere, but you know I can take a bleeding camera out with me, so let's forget that one. Anyway, my lovelies, I'm on about my 3rd pint, and it's my last one. I'm going home and cook a bit of dinner. I didn't see any menu in here for tomorrow's dinner, but I've got enough in. I've got some potatoes and meatballs and bits and bobs, so I'm not worried. And we'll be off from here on Monday, so tomorrow will be my last day. In the new Abbey, and we'll be travelling down south. We'll keep heading around the coastline. I'll tell you more later when I get in and I've been on the map and I'll remember the names. It's bad enough, mate, having to plan this trip, but remembering the names of them and trying to pronounce them, I've decided there's not even that little much Scottish in me. But we're going to see some very small locks. Locks! Well, we're going to see a couple of small locks on the way through on Monday. So yeah, hang about. I've got to have another swig. I've got to have another swig. This is Vanlife Best. Scottish bitter, I believe, and it's very creamy. It's a bit like the John Smiths or Catherine's or that sort of thing. I do prefer real ales, but it's what they got here, isn't it? Bottoms up. Oh, now, me little darlings, me lovelies. I had a bottle of them that I brought over with me, and I got my 1,000 subs up. So I had a little tipple of that last night, and I'm over the moon. I thank you very much for coming along and joining me. I know it ain't the best professional channel. We got a bleeding phone. I ain't even got a camera. Sorry. I've got a phone. I've got a Google Pixel 7a. And to be honest, it's been bleeding amazing. You know, some of the shots I get have been fantastic. Well, I think they have. What do you reckon? Drop it in the comments. Let me know. I might be doing a live while I'm on this Scottish tour. So yeah, I might be doing a live. I'm gonna have a word with the old boy Chalky, and I know I've seen the button on here you can press to go live and all that. But me and trying to record off of this and have to do it, I might have to do it with my tablet there so I can see what's coming in and who's speaking to me. But if you're interested in me doing a live, in the comments, choose a night. What's good for you? Is it like a Sunday night or a Saturday night? 6, 7, 8 o'clock? What sort of time do you reckon? And we'll have a bash at a live. Yeah, that'd be like my first live. Anyway, the trees here are just getting a tinge on them. You know that tinge of orangey red. I'll spin you round in a minute and show you just what I mean. If smoking offends you, close your fucking eyes. Beautiful, isn't it? Wait a minute, come on. Let's have a look. I'll show you what I'm looking at. Although that is a beautiful sight. Not me, you dozy. That little light on inside. You see the treetops just starting to go red over there. Just starting to get into autumn. Beautiful time of the year, and I'm at the best place, well, in the country, I think, to see autumn bloom in Scotland. I mean, the trip's been absolutely fantastic so far. I think we've had 4 stopovers. We're not moving very fast because the point is to take in this beautiful country. Been my first time up here. Do you know, this head ain't seen one bit of Scottish rainfall yet. But I think that's about to change apparently, because I think Monday or Tuesday we've got some rain coming in, same for 2 or 3 days. Temperatures are dropping a little bit, but 7s, 8s and 9s, that don't mean nothing to me. I mean, when I left Northampton, it was 2 degrees over a week ago. 2 degrees down there. Mind you, I was in a valley, and it was a bit. We did have a frost in the valley, if there's any valleys in Northampton. But yeah, Brixworth is in a dip. Just to let you know. If you remember last year, we had a -9, and the bleeding my water pipes froze. I had to phone Gappy. Gappy, I've got no bleeding water. My pipes are frozen. He's due over for a cup of tea, so he had to bring me some bottles of water over. And stuck the heater on. Can't understand it, because the tank's under the seat in there in the living room. But it's by the sink, the pipes going up to the sink. But on this van, they're all insulated, so bring on the bleeding winter, or bring it on, and let's hope I've done a good job. It's a beautiful evening. This is the quietest I've had it since the trip started. Last night there must have been 10 or 12 motorhomes where I was parked. You don't get any noise, it's nice and peaceful. But to be able to sit outside a little boozer like this, I'm gonna throw this fucking light through the wall in a minute. I'm the only fucking smoker who gets blisters on their thumb. Yes, I know I shouldn't smoke and all that old bollocks. Jesus, I ain't got a lot of vices left, have I? Can't do this and I can't do that. I'll tell you what, bollocks. I'll do as I like and enjoy myself on the way. My motto is, we're here for a good time, not a fucking long time. Sorry about the language, it's outdated and all that. If you don't like it, trot on. It's just normal life, normal language. Can't help the way I speak, the way I've been brought up. Mind you, if my mother heard me say some of the words that I say, there'd have been a few smacks around that boy. She'd have knocked living shit out of me. If she could get past the old man. Do you know, I'm so lucky. I was brought up, I'm the youngest of 4. My dad was born in 1911 and my mum was born in 1919. My eldest sister, my dad didn't see her for 8 years till he come back from the war. 8 years. Desert rat. No one of them who hides under a sack and you're getting it. One of them. Anyway, I was lucky because they were a lot older than me, so I was the youngest. So I could tell them, I'm going to stay with my sisters or John's tonight with my brothers. And I could be anywhere, and I used to be. Instead of going to school, we used to have me and old Nick Panas, if you're watching Nick, we used to jump the train to London in the day. Do you know what I mean? Mug the kids coming out of Madame Tussauds with the pocket money and dinner money. Yeah, horrible little gits. Well, we still ain't no fucking better. You gotta enjoy yourself. What's the point of being here, sitting there? Look where look where I am. Look where I'm sitting. Come and have a giggle. Look where I'm sitting. I kinda knew. I'm in Scotland, son. Having a little rant. I've been so lucky. I've played in fields, fought at football matches, swung on rope swings, played in spinneys, made rafts, climbed haystacks. It's been spectacular for me. It's been a beautiful life, and I feel so blessed for that. Because what these poor bastards are being brought up into now, let's not get into that rant. Because we're trying to be merry. See, I look at it this way. I could be stuck in a bleeding flat or a bed sit. On an estate in Northamptonshire with a window to look out of. You know, this is my fourth winter. This will be my fourth winter in a van. I've been warmer in the van for the last 4 years. The last year of me leaving the house, when things got bad, when I'd had my heart stents and they pulled me out of work and then took me to court for bedroom tax to try and get me out of the house to downsize me. I'd like to downsize them, is what I'd like to do. Take a man's home away from him and try to put you in a fucking bedsit, a studio apartment. Don't know what the difference is, but ain't happening. Since I left that property, it was cold in the winters. I was putting 4, 5 quid in that meter a day to get a bit of heat, electric, a bit of gas. And on that sort of money, you're only having an hour at night, you know that. That was a living hell for me. You know, in the winter I used to leave the front and back door open and let the warm air in. If you think I'm joking, you can ask my kids. You can ask Gappy, will tell you he's been down there. Freezing fucking cold. The van takes nothing to eat. You're comfy. I didn't have to do any insulation. I didn't have to do all this prepping and what they're doing now. I ain't got time for all that. So buy an old motorhome. It's already done. Tim's just seen the light, I think. Although he has problems at the minute, but in the winter. And for living in, you need space, you need to be comfortable. You need somewhere to sleep. It's warm and dry. The diesel heater. I've got gas centrally in case I need it. I've got gas hot water in case I need it. I can boil a kettle on the stove and get a bit of hot water for a daily swill. It's nothing. It's easy to heat. And you can move and park wherever you want. You can change your views daily. What more can I say? I wouldn't have got this far, I don't think, if I'd have stayed in the house. And I mean that seriously. They take the piss. But on a cheerful note, that's what life's all about. You've got to make your choices. It's never easy. It's never easy. But my plans were, all the way through, even with the missus, was to do this at the end of it. I've always been a traveller. I've always liked being out on the road. I had a coach. I was a tattoo artist, as a lot of you know. And yeah, I had a 44-foot Plaxton coach motorhome, generator, the works. And I've been to Spain and all over the place. Germany, France, Portugal. What a beautiful life. Park-ups. They hear bollocks about park-ups. I've never had any problem with park-ups. I've lost a few park-ups. You know, where you can't park anymore. The idyllic spots that people tend to hammer and abuse. You're gonna lose those spots where people are hammering them and abusing them. And then you've got dirty bastards. You know, those who shit in the wild, leave arse wipes everywhere, put the rubbish out, drain the fucking tanks down the streets. You don't need to do that. You really fucking don't. I mean, I have a cassette toilet that I use for a number one, obviously. If I've not got the great outdoors, I'll pop out and have a pee. Do you know what I mean? As long as it's on a hedgerow or wherever. It's not on concrete, obviously. So it can soak away natural. But I have a cassette. And when I do the old number two, you put a bag down the hole. Catch it in a bag, tight, put it in a bin. Dog walking bins are everywhere. What's the difference between my waste and the dog water's waste? Mine's clean, it's got bug roll in there. If you pierce the bag, at least you've got something to wipe your finger on. I'm joking. I'm joking. There's certain downfalls to van life, certain things you have to do, like your ones and twos. Some people think, you know, I had problems with it at first. Everybody does. You know, you normally, you know, go and drop it and it's gone, isn't it? Never to be thought of again. When you're living in a van, when your water runs out, you've got to fill it up. You've got to find water for that. You've got to carry that water there. I use a watering can and not a hose pipe. I don't get a watering can in anything. If I'm in the cemetery, I've got a watering can. I've got a 10-litre one. Mind you, when it is full, I do walk with a bit of a tilt. So, emptying your bodily waste and your daily water, you know, consumption, you've got to get off your ass to do that. This lifestyle is not for everybody. But if you're able-bodied, then go for it before you're unable-bodied. Because sitting about is the biggest thing. It's the biggest killer. You sit about, you don't exercise, this is where you go downhill. It's obvious. And how do you afford all these big trips? Well, with no rent and no bills. Once I get up to somewhere like Scotland, now I'm up here, I'm most probably moving 7 or 8 miles a day. So the diesel goes right down. Sometimes I'm staying in that place 2 or 3 days. So I'll do a lot of Scotland on 3/4 of a tank, you know, and I'm not filling up every time. The journey up and the journey back is the ball ache. But just your little scooting about while you're up here or wherever you're region, whether you're in Wales or whether you're in Scotland, whether you're in Ireland, it don't matter. Once you're there, you can calm down to save the pennies again. And it gives you the choice of living free. Fucking hell. I've done it again to you, haven't I? It's another long one. Never mind. The views are going down again. As soon as I start putting a little bit longer videos up, the views drop. As soon as I put anything with scenery or walking through the woods, cemeteries, photo albums, the views drop. The viewers seem to like a good nag and a moan. So I'll have a bit of that fucker as well, because I've got enough to nag and moaning about. But see, it's hard for me, because I try to leave that bollocks behind. I don't want that in my ear every day. You people, you don't have a choice. You're living in the time now. You're living in now. When you don't have to get up for work, when there is no more work, and it's your time. Do as you want to do. Oh, I don't see the kids and the grandkids so often. It's not a fucking bad thing. They've got their own circles, their own lives. You know, they do their own things. What they fucking want me sitting around looking at them for? Hey? They want to see what I'm doing and what I'm getting up to. They'll just put a bleeding telly on. I'm on there. See, back in the day, all I ever seen of my gran and grandfather was photos. We're so lucky to be able to leave you this for fucking ever. What do you reckon to that? So, look, absolutely beautiful lifestyle. I'd encourage you to take the jump. If you're on your own and you're able-bodied, or even if you're in a couple, as long as you're both like-minded. There's no worse than setting off with a woman who's going to give it, I fucking ain't staying here. I can hear a fucking noise. What can I say? What can I say? I hope you enjoyed this one. If you ain't, I don't really fucking care. I have. Enjoy yourself, lighten up, and carry on following me. You never know. There might be a joke coming up. I'm off back to the wagon. I'll see you there. Well, I've just been to inquire about Sunday lunch or Sunday dinners. They only cook for residents. So that one's out the question for tomorrow. So we might have to have a look, see what new Abbey stores have got. They got a bit of meat or some pork chops or something. We'll find something. So I saved on a breakfast. and I've saved on the Sunday lunch. That can't be bad, can it? Anyway, my lovelies, I'm going to get this one out for you for tomorrow night. Sunday night. You'll see this Sunday night. I'll catch you very soon. Love you a bit. I'm back in from the pub. Camera's not focusing. What's going on? We're back in from the pub. I've just done a bit of dinner because the pub weren't doing nothing. What have we got? A couple of hash browns, bit of bacon, a couple of bits of bread and butter, and some sketchy hoops. That'll do for the day. Lovely. See you soon. Good morning, my beauties. It's Sunday. It's a bit overcast today, but it's not too bad. I had the heating on for about an hour this morning. It's been lovely. Lovely peaceful night again. Now, we're off in the morning. I shall be leaving this location in the morning and we're heading down towards, I can't think what it's called now. This means I've got to put the maps on the tablet to find out where we're going. Bleeding nightmare, isn't it? There is one other way I can do this, of course, obviously. Just thinking about it. I'll keep my old phone here. So I can track my van. If anything goes wrong and they steal the van or whatever. Or, where's my bleeding tablet gone now? See, put your night tablets up there, Chad. You're bound to lose them, you dozy old git. Having one of them bleeding days again. Don't matter what I do, it always ends up in shite. Here we go. Right, we're in. We're in, people. Let me get on to maps and we'll see what's happening, where we're going. We're at the minute we're at shit for brains. New Abbey. That's where we are. We're at New Abbey on the South Peninsula. I know that much. Anyway, we're going to keep heading. Wait a minute, now it's saying I'm offline, isn't it? Oh, for fuck. Gotta put my hotspot on. Don't go anywhere. Come on! Everything is a bleeding mission. I'm having one of them days. I hope you enjoyed the pub chat last night. Kept you there for nearly half an hour. But just a few pointers on that. You know, it's not the ideal lifestyle for everybody. That's all the point I was making, was that. Fuck's sake. Right, here we go. Got the maps up. Ain't you lucky? I didn't get to see Sweetheart Abbey or the mill down the road. I had a look along there this morning. It's not open, and I'll need to be off here tomorrow. So where are we heading then, son? Well, we're going to head down towards Kirkbean. we're going to head down towards Kirkbeam, and we'll follow that road through. There's a place called Sandy Hills, Coveland, Kipford. There's no park for nights around there. There's nothing. But I'd like to spend a little bit of time down that peninsula there. So I'm going to have a couple of days around there. And then we'll be going over to, I think, Castle Douglas. And then on to Kirkcudbright. Somebody else mentioned Kirkcudbright. I think it was you, Mick. Yeah, that'll either be coming up on the next trip because if you have a look on the map, let me just show you where I am and where we go. So where I am at Cleveland Castle, down to Kirkcudbright, and there's Castle Douglas on the way back up, because I'm coming in the South Road, you see. I'm coming in on the A711. It's yeah, there's a few little stores and a little bit, but Kirkcudbright or Castle Douglas. I think it may be Kirkcudbright, but there's some coastal spaces, as I was saying, around there. Mullock Bay Beach. Yeah, and then we'll continue heading west towards the Isle of Withorn. So there's the next 3 spots anyway. We're gonna then from now I should think it'll be into Stranraer, and we can start the journey north up the west coast. That's what I'm waiting for. That's the bit I'm waiting for. So yeah, when we get to Stranraer, then we'll be going up the west coast. Not sure how far we're going up, but we'll see what we've got with the timeline. That's the most beautiful part of the journey, as what I can make out is going to be, yeah, it'll be fantastic. Anyway, that was map time. You get no more of that. Anyway, my lovelies, Sunday, as you know, the pub don't do any dinners on a Sunday, but I've got some meatballs, potatoes, Brussels, so it'll be something knocked up simple. Saving a few pennies. Anyway, my lovelies, I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'm going to leave this here. And yeah, all the nice things, like, subscribe, and do all them good things. If you're sharing it, it helps the channel so much. And we're on the rise, people. We're on the rise. I don't know if you've before I go, I don't know if anybody watched Chalky's live or Destination Unknown's live, or Destination Unknown. Craig, he done a van tour and an interview with Chalky. That was pretty interesting. So if you want to have a look at that, pop along. Both great blokes, and they had a right proper laugh on the shorts, on their lives. Like I say, there might be lives coming up here. I'm not sure how to do it, but if you're in for it, a Sunday night maybe, something like that, we'll do. Could be next week, you never know. We'll see what happens in the comments. If you want me to do a live and there's going to be enough watching, you know, then I'll have a bash. I'll have a bash. Yeah. Anyway, my lovelies, I'm going to let you go. I hope you all had a lovely weekend. and enjoying your Sunday dinners. And I'll see you tomorrow. Where will it be? You'll have to wait and see. Ta-da for now. Love you a bits.
Wandering on the beach. The ocean sprays. The birds speak. We look inside and rise in peace. Eyes open to realize hope as we walk in beauty wherever the path leads. Creator is guiding me on this journey. That's all I need. Warmth beneath my feet as I look into the skies. Tears fill my eyes, and love fills my mind. The drum sounding so astounding.